ever had any friends or loved ones involved in prescribed drugs for a non-medical reason? If
Yes.
so, how do they affect them and you?
It was bad for them. It affects the whole family. They got hooked on them after an accident, and then like they never got off.
If a police officer confiscates prescribed drugs, what do they do with them once they get back to the department?
To the station. Initially, if we charge somebody, they're evidence. So then they're put in a bag, and they're what we call bag and tag it. So we assign an incident number to it, and we put them into evidence. And then when it goes to trial, we present them back to the court at trial. And then because we prove that they had these in their possession. And then once it goes to trial, then whenever it's adjudicated, and they either go to jail or whatever happens, or they go on probation. And after that, then we have to get a destruction order from a judge, and then we take them and destroy them.
Have you ever seen someone on the streets on prescribed drugs?
Sure. Yeah, it's very common.
Any of your friends or family ever been on prescription drugs that wasn't theirs?
No, not really, not to my knowledge. Anyway, that I can recall.
But how long does it take someone to get off prescription drugs?
Now, that depends upon how long they've been on them. I mean, if you've been like maybe a year and it's prescribed to you, you're gonna have to, your body gets your tolerance to it, and then from there you have to break down your tolerance and get on either natural drugs or basically just go cold turkey and just stay off them altogether. But if you're on, stuff that's not prescribed to you, it depends upon the user and their body tolerance.
Have you ever went into a prescription drug user's house?
I'd say yes and no. It's hard to tell if you're on prescription drugs and they could be living a normal life. You'll never know it.
Do you think prescription drugs would be harder to get off than drugs like heroin?
Well, heroin, you have an addiction. Your body craves that, and it's more want from the heroin. Prescription drugs, like I said, if you build up a tolerance to them, and you keep taking them, and you stop taking them, your body's going to react. But you can get off prescription drugs a lot easier than you can on heroin.
About how many cases have you been involved in with the use of people abusing prescription drugs?
It's hard to pin down a number. Probably of all the drug cases that we work here, about 25% of them involve prescription drugs, one way or another. Okay. We work about 250 cases a year total.
Out of all prescription drugs, what do you think is the most commonly drug that is involved in prescription overdose?
It's normally some kind of a pain drug. What we see the most of right now is hydrocodone or Oxycontin is the two main things on the street. And it's because of the resale value of them and the ease of getting them.
Doing prescription drugs can not only harm you, but also harm others around you. Not only from your actions, but also leaving your medication or utensils behind in a public place.